The sound of wind, distant traffic. Then a 911 emergency tone. A woman's whispered voice comes through the line, strained with fear. He knew my birthday. He said my sign decides how I die. The dispatcher's voice is calm, professional. Are you in danger? The caller's whisper is barely audible. I'm not the first. Suddenly, there's a heavy thud, the clatter of a phone dropping, and the sound of footsteps approaching quickly. Then silence. A final sharp click. Lakeview, Oregon. A small town shrouded in a growing mystery. 3 deaths in just 3 months. A Capricorn, an Aquarius, and a Pisces. The local police are calling it a tragic coincidence. A string of unrelated, unfortunate events. But I don't believe in coincidence. Not like this. My name is Mara Lucas. I'm an investigative journalist, and I don't just see events. I see the patterns that connect them. To me, this isn't a coincidence. It's a countdown. I'm sitting in the buzzing newsroom, the familiar sounds of typing and ringing phones all around me. My editor, Mark, leans over my desk, a skeptical look on his face. You're still on the lake deaths, Mara? The police have closed the files. I push a folder across my desk towards him. They shouldn't have. They all got the same thing in the mail a week before they died. Mark opens it and pulls out a photo of a simple white envelope. Inside a single typed line. The stars remember, do you? He looks up at me, his expression shifting from doubt to concern. You think we're looking at a serial killer? I shake my head. I think we're looking at someone who's counting. And they're just getting started. The victims were so different. A 62-year-old retired librarian, a 28-year-old construction worker, a 45-year-old single mother. They lived in different neighborhoods, moved in different circles. There was absolutely nothing linking them together. The police hit a dead end at every turn, but they missed something. One tiny detail buried in the county archives. A single shared thread in the fabric of their lives. All 3 of them were born at the same place, St. Mary's Hospital. A hospital that no longer exists. It burned down to the ground 29 years ago in a fire that was front-page news for weeks. Inside the maternity ward that night were 13 newborn infants. The official report lists 12 documented survivors. But what happened to the 13th? One child whose identity was seemingly lost in the ashes. I found Dr. Grant, a retired physician who was on duty the night of the fire. He's old now, living in a quiet retirement home, but his memory is sharp. We sit in a sterile, sunlit room, the air thick with the scent of antiseptic. That fire, he says, his voice low and raspy, it wasn't an accident. Someone started it deliberately. I lean forward, my recorder capturing every word. But why? What was the motive? He looks at me with eyes that have seen too much. The birth records. The files in the nursery were taken before the fire was even set. I'm confused. Why would someone steal the records of newborns? Dr. Grant's answer sends a chill down my spine. To hide one. To make it seem like one of those children never existed. Suddenly, the pattern becomes terrifyingly clear. The killer isn't just choosing victims based on their zodiac signs and some random astrological rampage. He's hunting them. He's systematically eliminating everyone who was in that nursery, everyone born on that same fateful night. Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, he's moving through the zodiac one by one. The next sign in the astrological calendar, Aries, my sign. A cold knot of fear tightens in my stomach. The case has just become deeply personal. I have to find this killer before he finds me. The hum of the refrigerator is the only sound in the kitchen. The air is tense. My mother sits at the table, her hands trembling around a cup of tea she hasn't touched. I finally ask the question that's been burning in my mind. Mom, why is he watching you? I saw him outside yesterday. He's been following you. She won't meet my eyes. She just stares into her cup, her face pale. Because you weren't born in April, Mara. Her words hang in the air, heavy and unbelievable. You were born the night of the fire. We were so scared. After everything that happened, we changed your birthday. We created a new life for you, a safe one. The world seems to tilt on its axis. The pieces slam into place with brutal force. I'm not just an Aries in the killer's path. I'm the missing 13th child. The one whose records were stolen. The one who was supposed to be erased. The killer agreed to meet. A public place, a bustling downtown cafe. He's sitting at a small table by the window, surprisingly calm, almost serene. He looks like any other man you'd pass on the street. I wasn't hunting you, Mara, he says, his voice even and steady. I was finding you. My own voice shakes with a rage I can barely control. You killed 11 people, innocent people. He shakes his head slowly. They weren't innocent in what happened to us. Someone tried to erase us from existence that night. They killed our parents, set the fire. I just erased them first. He slides a folded piece of paper across the table. My hands tremble as I pick it up. It's a birth certificate. My real birth certificate with my real name. Just as I look up, a team of security guards rushes into the cafe, their eyes locked on our table. The man stands up, and just before they grab him, he leans in and whispers, "You're not safe." Back in my apartment, the city lights twinkle outside my window, but they offer no comfort. The chaos of the arrest is a blur. All I can think about are his last words. Then I see it. Another envelope slipped under my door while I was gone. The same kind the other victims received. My heart pounds in my chest as I tear it open. Inside, a single sheet of paper with 2 lines of text. The zodiac has 12 signs. And below it, you were born under the 13th, Ophiuchus. The serpent bearer, a constellation, but not one of the traditional signs. It's a symbol of secrets, of hidden truths. And as I stand there, the paper shaking in my hand, I hear a slow, steady heartbeat. It's my own. But it feels like a countdown. And I realize with a chilling certainty, he wasn't working alone. The hunt isn't over. It's just begun.